First off, when you see obviously all the talk of Taylor and Ramirez, does that inspire you, or does it slightly frustrate you? Because obviously everyone's sitting around at the moment, and when all the belts are getting tied together, that means you're not going to get your shot for a bit. How does that make you feel?
No, it doesn't. I think the division needs them to unify, and they're the two best in the division. They need to fight each other. They've agreed to fight each other, so they will. And winner will get all the belts, then they need to move on. The belts will be vacant then. So, I think for boxing, it's going to be a great fight, and it's going to be one I'm going to enjoy watching.
Who's going to win?
Taylor.
You sparred him much?
Just twice for this camp. Just sparred him twice, and I've said Taylor from day one when people have asked us, and I'll keep with my prediction. So, especially after they both fought, Postal and Ramirez give Ramirez a bit of a harder time than what he did Taylor. So, I know you call it fights make styles, but I'll say Taylor for that.
Also, I mean, Vasquez was one of the fights that sort of like Taylor proved himself as a sort of like world contender by beating Vasquez. Are you expecting? Obviously, you've only recently moved up to light welter, although as an amateur, you were boxing at welter as an amateur, weren't you? Yeah. And do you expect the same sort of thing? If you can do a good performance against Vasquez, it moves you from this one level to another. Yeah,
definitely. I think Vasquez is coming. He's coming to win. So we can put on a good performance, make a bit of a statement and get that win. I think that just shows people that we're up there and that we can perform at that level.
Excellent. Take care. Good luck Saturday, mate.
Sorry, Lewis, you right?
Yes, I'm good. You?
I'm very good, thank you. A lot has been made in the past of Vasquez's sort of negative style, you could say, and the way he fights. It's obviously important, especially without a crowd, for it to be entertaining to the people sitting at home. What can be done in that way from your side?
Yeah, well, if you watch Vasquez's last few fights, especially against the Horror, I think he come to bring it a little bit, didn't he? So I think he's sort of changed his style with it being a bit like his last chance saloon sort of thing. And I think he's going to come. I don't think he can really afford us to be a negative fight and sit on the back foot. And I think he'll come and bring it like he did that fight, and I think it'll be entertaining.
It's been pretty much a year, 2 days off a year since you've had your last fight. That's a lot of time in between fights. What are you expecting out there?
If he's done the same as what I've done, then he stayed in camp the full time, and I'm expecting him to be fit and sharp, and I'm expecting him ready to bring it. So just like we are, and it's going to be a very tough fight. I believe that, and if I bring my A game, it'll be enough to beat him.
Brilliant. Cheers, Les.
Cheers.
Thanks, Josh. Matt from Behind the Gloves, do you want to jump in next?
Yep. Hi, Lewis. You all right?
Yeah, all right.
Just to sort of echo what Josh said, it has been a year since you fought Robbie Davis Jr. How has preparation gone? I know you said you've been in camp, but with everything that's been going on in the world with coronavirus, how has preparation gone for yourself during that time?
Very good. Neil Fannon's, who's my trainer, his gym's on his own land. So when all the gyms were shut and this and that, yep. We could not go to the gym. We've got no excuse on his land. We can go. We've been training the full time, and the year's been a benefit to us, where it hasn't been to others.
Yeah. Miguel Vasquez, former world champion. Do you think this is the right level of opponent for you at this time, and how do you see the fight ending?
Yeah, I think it's the right opponent. Like the fight before me, Robbie Davis had the European title, but obviously had to vacate because he didn't defend it in time. So, I beat Robbie, so realistically I should have that European title. So the next step after the European titles, world fringe level, isn't it? And that's what Vasquez is. So I think the time's right to step up and fight him, and just expecting a good performance from me.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. Cheers, Lewis.
Thanks, Matt. Andy from Boxing Social next, please.
Hi, Lewis. How you doing?
All right, mate. How's it going?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Let's get straight into it. With the fight with Vazquez, we've obviously seen over the last few years he's suffered some defeats. Do you think people might look at it and think you are fighting a fighter on decline, and if you do defeat him on Saturday, if I won't give you the credit you'll feel you may deserve?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a lose-lose fight for us. I think you look good and you win. Oh, he's on the slide, and if Vasquez pulls an upset off, well, Lewis is rubbish, isn't he? So it's one of them fights where it's a lose-lose situation. But I think it's a fight that we need at this stage of my career, and a win will move us up the ladder to where we want to be.
You mentioned in your last couple of questions about it's been a year since you've last fought. Talk to me about kind of your time away from actually being in a ring, Ben, and what have you been working on, and what should we expect to see from yourself come Saturday night?
No, I've been working on, the last year we've been working on a lot of things, and I think there's a lot more polished Lewis Ritson you'll see. He's patient, and you're gonna see that on Saturday night, that I'm not just gonna run in there and go and hold looking for knockouts and hurt people, and want to let the boxing do the talking.
Final question from me, Luis. We've seen kind of a few little tweets put out between yourself, Eddie Hearn, and Regis Prograis about a potential fight between the pair of you. I imagine in the coming months, provided Saturday goes to plan first and foremost, is that certainly the fight you are considering next in your own eyes?
That's a fight I'm offered. That's a fight we'll take. Just all about who Eddie Hearn and MTK, the management side, are going to get onto us and tell us who he's fighting. It's the same with Vasquez fight. Only got given one name. That was his. We said yes. So we'll get past Vasquez on Saturday, and that's the name that we're given. We'll say yes to him, and we'll get it on.
Luis, best of luck for Saturday.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
there you are. Yeah. Triple B.
Hello, mate. You okay?
Hi, good you?
Yeah, spot on. Thanks. Just one question for most of it. Apologies if it's already been asked. I've just came on. Obviously, a lot of your success at 135 was down to stoppages, and you had some explosive fights and explosive wins and stuff. Do you think a stoppage over Vasquez could really sort of announce yourself to this division against a man that doesn't get stopped too much?
Yeah, he's only got 2 stoppages. One was the tail, and obviously one was a hip injury, wasn't it? So you never get stopped. And if we could do that, that would be a massive statement. But we're not going to go in there looking for that. We're going to go in there and show our boxing skills, and then if Neil tells me to step up, we'll step up, and we'll see if we can get him out there. But it's the last thing in my mind at the minute.
Excellent. That's all for me, mate. I hope you're doing okay. I'll speak to you later on.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else